Hi, I'm Ken Burns. I'm sorry I could not join you, but I am honored to have an opportunity to welcome all of you to the General Assembly and to provide an early look at our new film, Defying the Nazis, The Sharps War. My co-director, Artemis Jakowski, and I are delighted to share this extraordinary story of two Unitarians whose lives fully embody the ideals you hold as a community. We were very fortunate to have the Unitarians as a partner on this film and greatly look forward to working with you to spread the word about the broadcast and the deeper values that the Sharps so personified. You should, of course, be proud of their work and the work of so many other Unitarians to create a better world for their neighbors here and throughout the world. For more information about the film, please visit defyingthenazis.org.
See, I'm connected.
Left the comfort of a peaceful, small Massachusetts home in order to go into Europe on the verge of war. They were motivated from the beginning to go out there into the kingdom of hell and try to get some people out.
It was the second Sunday night of 1939. I had done a full day's work at the church and decided to spend an evening in front of our fireplace. The telephone rang, and it was probably the most momentous telephone call that I ever received. Hello, wait still. I knew whose voice it was, the voice of my closest friend, Everett Baker. Would you and Martha come over to talk with me at our house here? Yes. He said, wait still, Martha. I am inviting you to undertake the first intervention against evil by the denomination to be started immediately overseas.
My husband and I felt that something should be done. Refugees in the Sudetenland had been murdered, and people had been imprisoned and hurt.
We had two small kids, including a very tiny daughter. I said, how many men have you offered this to? 17, he said. I said, do I understand they've all turned you down? Yes. They think a war is definitely coming and they don't want to be in danger. I reassured Martha, missionaries leave their children. I'm sure ours can be left in good hands. I want to go, but I won't go without you.
I knew I would miss the children terribly, but we would only be away for a few months. I was torn between my love and duty to my children and to my husband. As my wife Martha and I went home under the starry skies, we went home with a promise to do it.
The core belief of movements like the Unitarian and Universalist movements, belief in freedom, freedom of thought, in the use of reason and tolerance of difference.
It's a faith that very importantly stresses that the shape of human history, the future of history, is in human hands. A Unitarian minister with profound conviction, a woman who had been deeply committed all her life to social justice, two people very much aware of the world around them, were handed an incredible invitation, a very frightening invitation, a very demanding invitation because of its implications for their family and their church, but an enormous opportunity to actually change history.
This September, with the film's PBS broadcast and the publication of Beacon Press companion book, everyone will be talking about the Sharps' powerful story. We have a unique opportunity to advance our values of justice, compassion, equity, and carry on the Sharps' brave legacy. Certainly there's much to do in the world, and you've heard some of that this week. I encourage you to sign up your congregation to join the Defying the Nazis UU Action Project, co-sponsored by the UUA, the UU Service Committee, and the FOS Collaborative at Meadville Lombard Theological School. The project asks UUs to use interfaith partnerships to address anti-Muslim bigotry and the refugee crisis as modern-day parallels to the Sharps' work. Here are two congregations who are already taking action. First, the Bell Street Chapel in Providence, Rhode Island, partnered with the Council on American Islamic Relations and other interfaith and secular allies to counter-protest anti-refugee speakers at the Rhode Island State House, proclaiming their messages of welcome with their Standing on the Side of Love shirts. And second, Bay Area UU Church in Houston got national attention for the solidarity event they organized with the Clear Lake Islamic Center to decry the Texas governor's executive order barring Syrian refugees from the state. So visit uua.org/sharpstory to share what your congregation is doing about Islamophobia and refugee solidarity. And put yourself on the map. Download the key resources, including a congregational action guide with suggested events, a set of guidelines for interfaith dialogue, and a refugee advocacy toolkit. You can visit the UUA and the UUSC booths in the exhibit hall for more information, and you can use the hashtag #WeDefy to join the conversation on social media. So right now, everyone, take out your phones or notebook, however you record dates, and mark September 20th in your calendar as the date when the documentary airs on PBS, and write down a reminder to get connected with the Defying the Nazis UU Action Project, online or here at GA. A word of thanks for Artemis Joukowsky, who is not only the film's director, but also grandson of the Sharps, and whose tireless efforts have made this possible. If we have the camera on Artemis, I believe he's in the front row here somewhere. Tell me where, there he is right here. Put the camera on Artemis. When I was a candidate for moderator and had a booth in the exhibit hall, Artemis had a booth across and tagged on my sleeve one day and gave me this DVD of the sort of the first iteration of what you just saw, a trailer. And it captured my attention, and I hope it will capture yours. Thank you, Artemis. Thanks also to the staff of UUA, UUSC, Meadville Lombard, and the UU congregation at Shelter Rock, and other leaders who are making this all happen. So we can carry on the Sharps' legacy to defy hatred, bigotry, and fear by taking action for freedom, justice, and solidarity. Remember, #WeDefy. Now welcome to the podium our financial advisor, Larry Ladd. Larry Ladd is an institution and a force of nature.